Now, as I said, job 1, sort out the refinery. Job 2, get fertilizer down here. We want more feed for the chickens. Right now, feed for the chickens is good. In fact, there is a big part of me that's thinking I need to have the feed for the chickens go into a storage before moving on to the chicken farm. I think that might be a wise move. We'll see. We're bringing along the tiny amounts of like offal over here to be processed further, which eventually gets made into fertilizer and then fed to the farms. That's all fine. What I would love to see is this basically full at all times, which is probably going to necessitate a direct pipe connection from over here. That is definitely going to happen, but it'll take time to make happen. We also want to move around the coal a little bit more. I would like to see coal, at the very least, we can get coal over here, for example. Though, that being said, we're about to research rotary kilns running off gas, which does mean, and it's fuel gas specifically, which is our fuel, which is the fuel that we're using over at the burners over here. And we've got a full fuel gas setup, so yeah, that could be very good. Problem is, that might actually be backing up. Do I have a valve to get rid of that, I wonder? I'm thinking maybe a third boiler would be useful. Yeah, I'm thinking a third boiler would be useful. This is a bit of a mess over here, I know, and it does pain me to see it, but... yeah, I think... we've even got hydrogen coming in here. This is kind of crazy. Also heavy oil. But a third boiler would mean that this one would basically never have to run. And that would be grand. And we might well need the extra gas if we put a desalination setup over here as well. But that would take off one necessary source of water, which would be good. Down here, we definitely need to basically double up the amount of water we're producing here. I would still like to have a backup boiler, but we could probably set up an extra boiler as well running off fuel gas and just allow it to run as a priority. That would be wise. You know, the more of this fuel gas we can get out of here, the better everything will be. Down here as well, we've got water, we've got fuel gas, we've got heavy oil. We're not going to see a lot of heavy oil down here. We've got a lot of biofuel, which is great. Little by little, we're improving everything, and it is really starting to help out. I would like to... yeah, we're going to try and get more of the coal moved around. So, for example, a very easy candidate would be this one. We can get coal down there. That's gonna improve everything a little bit. We might need to start considering upgrading the coal line. We kind of have to a degree. Yeah, for example, here I could have coal maybe snake and wend its way through here. Then underneath these pipes, all the way down along here, maybe come out, then up, and then down again. And into this. That one's going to be an easy one to do. That would be a very easy one to take care of. So that would be grand. Other than that, we did mention the possibility of making some bread. So we could switch the mill to taking wheat, making flour and feed. Flour and water then to make bread. Getting just that little bit extra out of everything. We've basically made the ramp down here, so we can now start filling this area out completely to add ever more farms. And I think there is a lot to be said about that one. An awful lot to be said about it. We might then need to have a priority splitter for grain. That might actually give us a reason to use the U-shaped sorters. So any wheat first gets filtered off, and by priority sent back onto the line going to the feed for the chickens, because that's more important that the chickens don't starve. It's much higher importance that they have at least as good a quality of life as I can give them. And then any excess then can be turned specifically into bread. I think that would actually be a pretty solid way of doing it. The food processor is doing a great job. We got loads of meat there. Oh, I say loads of meat. We really don't actually, but we can perhaps improve on that over time. We might be able to afford to add in a couple of extra water towers, but by and large, I think water-wise, we're actually okay over here. What it would be great to have is fertilizer. If we could get some fertilizer being delivered, then that would be absolutely fantastic. Right now, trucks are still having to go all the way down here and around. Maybe adding a little bridge there would be a solid option. And then I could have a fertilizer tank just there for pickup. But eventually I'm going to want to automate that. Again, as much as I like having the vehicles pretty active in this, I am going to try and automate things with more pipes and belts where I can in this playthrough, just to see how that plays out. Minimirgle said, by the way, Aavak, every time you post a ferret picture, I am so tempted to get some. Unfortunately, I live with several other animals, and I'm not home enough to care for ferrets. Yeah, it's a big commitment having any pet that has got as much energy and is as social as ferrets. If you were to get them, then my recommendation would be to get more than one, ideally 3 or so, because they will keep each other company a lot of the time. Ferrets are sleepy creatures. Given the opportunity, they will sleep most of the day. So in some ways, they're actually a good pet for someone who you know, works out and there's not going to be anyone at home, because they'll sleep at the times when you're not around and be wide awake and full of energy to play with you when you're at home. But again, they are social, so having more than one in that kind of setup would be necessary, in my opinion. But yeah. All right. On that note, as far as the map goes, we've actually dialed this down a little bit because, honestly, we're bringing in a lot. We've got plenty of other places that we can go and explore and do battle and other such things. And I think we're going to be trying to get a lot more of this going. We've got 121 workers. I think the first job for today is going to be the simplest one, and that is to add fertilizer over here. Second job, it's going to be adding dedicated water here such that we no longer rely on this water pipe at all. Ideally, I would prefer it such that... or maybe I'll bring this pipe down earlier and I have a second balancer so that we would recycle the water from the system itself first. Then we would take from the dedicated desalination plant, and then, and only then, we will take from external sources. But honestly, at that point, I don't think there's going to be an external source needed. Especially if we add in a third boiler here to try and burn off some more of the natural gas. I think this whole setup here is going to be very, very good at what it does. Very good. We've got stupid amounts of Unity right now. Are we doing anything? We've got maintenance reducer and water saver still. I would like to get more Unity, but that requires water. So, actually, first job, get fertilizer. Second job, sort out the water for the colony. Here I am. Oh, yeah, I don't want my chickens to ever have to starve, but my people can absolutely die of thirst. Stupid people. No, we'll take care of the colony as well. And finally, then we'll get to work over here. Now, once we've got rotary kiln gas, we'll be setting it up over here to ideally make use of natural gas rather than coal wherever we can. That's going to be an interesting one, though. Because, well, I guess I would select the recipe it uses as a priority. So that should be fun. I was going to say it's going to be an interesting one because I'm not going to have a load balancer that works between U-shaped cargo and pipes. Or I can just use the building itself to prioritize that. I mean, people are responsible for nearly all the problems in my life. Chickens are responsible for zero. I mean, you know, fair. I imagine for a chicken farmer, people are responsible for only like 25% of the problems, whereas chickens themselves are responsible for about 75%. So, I mean, I think that's a problem of perspective, really. All right. I think it's finally time for us to unpause. Donk. Building seawater pump may collapse due to uneven terrain. Yes, 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 and yes. I know. We will fix. Aavak will fix. Worry not. Alright, so first job. Let's get some fertilizer down here. Dunk. We want this to be for... Ooh, we'll go for fertilizer 2 only on this one. No export. And as for the pipe network, we can just bring that up and around. Actually, might as well have it go like this. One. All the way out to here. Actually, I'm going to bring this a little bit further because I know I'm going to take it further. But from there, I want this going down. And from there, I want it going down. Perfect. That will do. Now let's unpause all of that. Oh, actually, we also need the bridge. Let's pop a little vehicle ramp in here if we can fit one. We can, just, and it is perfectly positioned. I greatly approve. I want this one to be a priority 3 build, so go ahead. I'm not going to use my Unity on this. I could, but I won't this time. I've got a lot of other things I want to do, so I just want to let them finish these builds as they can. Now, this is complete. Can I make this look good? The game refuses to allow me to make it look good. I am so disappointed in you, game. Fine. Fine, I say. Guess I'll just do this. I want to have those retaining walls. I guess we don't need them realistically, but damn it. Alright, actually, fine. Let's use them for what they're made for, and that is stopping things spilling in rather than the other way around. In fact, on that note, kind of don't need that realistically. Probably don't need this one either. We'll just let it be. Carve that one away as well. There we go. But over on this side, though, we do want to be filling all of this in now. The thing is, we kind of want to control it, though. Yeah, we want to control this such that we are always filling this layer with just junk that I don't care about. So, slag and gravel, etc. And all that through. There we are. So that means we are actually going to need a mine control tower. Let's pop that mine control tower about here. I'm fairly certain that Yuri would approve, but this is obviously not the Yuri mine control tower. We've already got one of those. Actually, why am I doing that? I'm literally just saying it. We've already got one of those. Let's go and unpause the other one we've got. Right, Yuri is... Where is Yuri working? Is Yuri down here? No, Yuri is not down there. I think Yuri's up here. Where's this one? No, that one's there. Is Yuri... Oh, no, Yuri isn't doing anything. Okay, fair enough then. It is going to be Yuri. Yuri, need you working over here. I'm going to want 2 trucks. And I'm going to need a couple of excavators. Have you. There's 1 excavator there. We do not need this many excavators at the coal anymore. Let's take 2 of them back. I'm going to have Actually, thinking about it, no, I don't need that. You can go and be scrapped. And I don't need any trucks there either. I'll take a truck over here, though. In fact, we're going to get rid of all of those. All I need Yuri to do is not allow dirt or compost to be put over there. I just want to control what can be dumped in that area. Nothing else. How are we doing for vehicles? We are building many. It is a glorious sight to behold. Turn the retaining walls the other way, Aavak. On top, on the top, you stop the hill from falling in. And at the bottom, you hold the road in. So they need to start from the bottom. Yeah, but I'm trying... The problem that I had over here is that I tried to make them look pretty. That's the source of most of my problems, actually. So I want them to follow that pattern two abreast, but I can't place two abreast down here. I do get where you're coming from. I absolutely do understand it. It's just, that's not what I was maximizing for. And I say it that way because that's basically how my professor was always. It's like, oh, you need to do it this way to get that. That's not what I'm maximizing for. I don't care if the AI is learning that. I just wanted to learn it prettily. It's not a conversation I actually had, but not actually that far off the conversation I had. Right. Let us take you. Oh my good lord, why? Is it not able to go that way? Really? Oh yes, it can. Haha! I just blocked the inputs. That's... There we go. Then we come out by one. And up. More than high enough. All the way under there. And it is at this point that we either go higher or lower. I think we'll go higher. Go. Sorted. Then this one no longer accepts imports. Can we quick build this? We can. So I'm going to get that one done just so it's out of the way. And that is yet another requirement then sorted. I am also going to upgrade this pipe section so that it can pull materials over nice and fast. In fact, I want trains. Maybe one day. You've easily got the most chilled out voice on Twitch. Love relaxing. Love watching streams. That's incredibly kind of you to say. Thank you. Wow. Put that on my resume. Easily the most chilled out voice on Twitch. Okay, well in this case, I will add in an extra excavator over there. But I am going to pull away one of the vehicles. Oh, chat, I'm so sorry. I've got my aircon on. Can you hear that? I am so sorry. You cannot hear the aircon, even when I'm speaking. Not even a little. Fantastic. It's still a bajillion T 3 degrees, but it would be a gazillion T 3 degrees without the aircon on. So I'm very happy that you can't hear it. I would die. I would be very much an ex-Aavak. Right, I would like fertilizer. Okay, how do I? What? Yes. Oh, there we are. I would like fertilizer to be 8... should we actually go all in? Yeah, let's go all in. 100%. Keep these fields fertile. Yeah, we'll keep pushing for 100. I think that's good. If you melt, we can reshape you in a way we enjoy. Wow, Lotero, that's rude. Man. I thought chat was nice. How wrong I was. Need food. Fridge empty. Store closing soon. But Aavak stream. BRB. Take care, I'm Killed Dove. Venturing out into the wild unknown in search of food. Time-honored human tradition. I must have a lot of delay. All these notes explode in chat, and I was so confused for a minute there. Oh, I'm sorry. Aavak, my own fans would drown out your AC sound anyway. That's fair. Before Aavak melts, we need Aavak-sized molds of him so we can wow, okay, this is definitely crossing into Aavak After Dark territory now. Right, I would like you to be scrapped. I would also like you to be scrapped. Doing fine over there. I mean, we could have more over here, I guess. Is there any particular area that we absolutely needed, I wonder? Don't know. Well, there we are. Coal is now automated over here. So these 3 industries are now fully automated insofar as coal. The next step for me is probably to take coal all the way down here to the copper industry. And also to top up this as well, but that's actually kind of a pain, that one. Well, I suppose if I brought it down this way, although it would segregate these 2 areas, any trucks delivering biomass would be able to go there. Actually, I could move this bridge across there instead. That would actually work. It's a shame that I didn't have these the other way around, because it would have simplified the situation. Sometimes this game is about knowing what is coming, really, than anything else. But that's one job done. Next job, as I mentioned, stopping our humans from not having enough water. Humans need water. It's an annoying requirement the humans have, but what can you do? For this, I think I would actually like to change things up a little bit. I want a new boiler. I would like said boiler to live here. Also like a a regular boiler, and that boiler can live here. Going to want a small smokestack. A bespoke smokestack. Let's also clear up this designation here. It's quite large. There we go. We really need them big trucks though, oh my lord. I'm going to take that away. We don't need more of those. You can be scrapped though. So can you. Scrap. Turn around. Oh, that's right. You can go over to the coal mines. We really need them, but probably better there than anyone else. Right. I'm going to say the salt is going to need to be gathered. Probably, let's say salt can be gathered here. We'll change the direction of these conveyors. Toggle direction. Also, toggle direction. Problem is, reading. We're going to have to allow import of salt here, I think. Let's quick deliver this. Quick deliver this. And I'm going to have this one be emptied rather urgently. We've got a lot of salt here. Can I dump salt? I shall make pillars of salt, upon which I shall build my city. I shall call it Twitchtopia. Right, over here then, I'm going to want deliveries of coal. See, the problem is I'm really encroaching on this space here. I don't like doing that. Deliveries of coal, we will want a splitter, U-shaped splitter, sorry. Right there. And deliveries of biofuel. Or biomass, or biofuel. Same thing if you think of all fuels as just a means of running something, but priority on the biomass. Keep it full. Keep it full. And this should be the top priority, followed by this thereafter. You, however, what do I want to run you on? Honestly, I will be shocked if we have spare heavy oil. Heavy oil is being used by this primarily, and all of the heavy oil is being used. The only thing we stockpile is fuel gas. So while this, sure, because the amount of heavy oil I have, it'll always be used up here, especially when we've got 3 boilers. So I'm not going to have to build a redundancy for that. However, maybe I should have the capacity to store additional fuels. Not sure. In before I put these the wrong way around. There's always that chance, isn't there? Fuel gas is generally going to be the only fuel that I want. Like, I'm basically breaking all my naphtha down into diesel and fuel gas. So, you know what? No. All of my further gas boilers are going to run on fuel gas only. I see no other reason to build in any other kind of option. The only one would be hydrogen. But, again, hydrogen is being used up entirely by our refining system as well, so I don't really think we need to worry about that. Let's just make sure you're all the way up there. And I'm actually going to turn off everything else. Let's be ultra specific about what we're burning here. There we are. Off. Make sure that this is prioritizing the right thing. Yep. Okay, good. Now, in terms of the gas, going to want a pipe balancer about there. Priority in from the biofuel, and then at that point the steam is delivered to the desalinators. We're just going to add in an extra pump and an extra few desalinators. Can I bring up the... Are there any bumps or lumps that I don't want? No, there are not. That's actually marvellous. Right, well, in that case, I can pop you down there then. We will be rebuilding you. Actually, what I'll do is I'll literally just copy that design over. That should be fine. Okay, I'm going to allow them to build this first. That is marvellous. They've actually emptied it all out. Wow. I am impressed. Very impressed, in fact. You know what? Maybe I could even... Ooh, actually, yeah, let's repause this. I'm going to move that entire setup across. We'll be able to have it just jutted up against this. I don't think we're going to need more salt than we've currently got coming in. Right now, we're having to dump saline. Sorry, brine. Saline. Let's not dump saline. We haven't even got a hospital to use it yet, but let's not dump it. Yeah, we'll shunt that across to the side. I think that would be the best solution there. Right, get that emptied out. Get the entirety of this moved. And we are going to be shutting down the power plant here. Goodbye, power plant. That is water. Okay, cancel the deconstruction here. I was very wrong. Cancel that. Dunk. Quick deliver. Get that rebuilt. That was going... Yeah, that was being supplied. That's fine. I mean, I could probably tighten up this entire area with it. It's fine. Let's use Unity to get rid of all of that quickly. There we go. And now I want to copy this design here. Can't quite fit that in there. Shame. Alright. Okay, so should I just push this area out, maybe? I mean, it's not the worst idea, honestly. Got more than enough materials to do that. Like, I could push it all the way out here if I wanted to. And if we do that, let's deprioritize the area over here. Let's make sure that we're doing the parts that I need more first. I'll allow you to finish shaping that off, though. There we go. As soon as that's moved, I'll shunt that across a bit. Then I'll hook back up the steam, and we should be good. We should be golden once that's done. That's salinated water. This is the steam output down here. Yeah, we should be able to take care of that. Just need them to empty out the coal, and we're good. And there are a couple of places where they'll take that coal, so that's fine. Hello, L4. How are you doing, mate? Aavak, dump the salt into the ocean. No. We shall not be doing that. How's everything going down here? Yeah, we're doing fine over here. In fact, so fine, I can probably carve away one of the trucks and allow it to work on everything else. Alright, we're working through here. Alright, I do not require you. The question begs, why is there a little one over here? You can go and be scrapped. There we go. Perfect. Right, let's cut this design, move it across. And at that point, I can move it up a little bit just to give us some more room. Yeah, I actually quite like that. Pop that in. And Unity build it all. As quick as you can, please. Oh, it's glorious when you've got enough Unity and enough materials in the factory to do that. There we go. Marvellous. Right. In terms of this steam, all I needed to do is come down here and just visit each one of these in turn, basically. So, to that end, I just bring this down and across. About there. Let's actually bring it down a little bit further and along. Then we're going to delete these pipes. Of course, Unity build it. And because it's going to look nice if I do it this way, let's do it this way. Put it up. There we go. Dunk. And then down. Ooh, wait, no. That won't work as well as I want because I'd have to have two junctions next to each other. Yuck. That, however, will work. Once again, Unity build. We will have our water running again. Just as soon as these kick in. I need to deliver water to this, and to this, and for that... I mean, having a backup water source will be useful, but I mean, we've got water right next to us, so... in a sense, this is what I need that for. This needs to be a priority pipe delivering water to the rest of the system. Can I not get it down there? Yeah, fine. Oh, okay, fine. Come on, play ball. Play rugby. Play golf. Play tennis. There we go. Who knew? Tier 2 pipes are fans of tennis. Well, now you do, chat. Do with this information what you will. As long as you use it for good. It's my only requirement. How are we going to get it over there conveniently? Actually, let's bring it back. Because we should be able to run it underneath. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it actually does have to dip down still. That's kind of annoying. Oh, well. You can get over here, go all the way down to the ground. And... up again. It's about here. Cross, down. And cross, down. There we go. Now, the issue here is that we do actually need at least some water to be in the system. So, what I'm going to say is, as an emergency measure, this pipe will exist. That will prioritize water coming from that direction. Water. Full. There we go. Oh yeah. That should work. I could have this feed directly back in there rather than taking it from here directly, but I think I'm fine with this as it is, honestly. Ooh, wow. That collapsed quickly. Next time, just press R when pressing pipes. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, it turns off magnetizing, but... Oh! You know what? Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, of course, because it... I've up to this point, for some reason, I've only really considered the magnetizing as the input-output ports of a device. I've not really considered it in regards to creating a junction in a pipe. But no, you're quite right. That would actually have helped. Thank you very much for that tip there. Diolch yn fawr. Right, there is now water moving through the system. And the boiler is kicking in. Both boilers are kicking in. Steam is moving through. That one is kicking in again. There we go. And as the steam moves down the pipe system, it will start flooding into the desalinators, which will prime the system again, and then that system will just deliver its own water continually. You know what, though, chat? There is a part of me that feels that instead of delivering the water like this, I should deliver the water into the storage and have a backup storage for water. I think that might be a better system for us. Yeah, I kind of do feel that. I feel it would be better for us to have a guaranteed stockpile of water that comes from this. And still allow trucks to deliver, but... yeah, I do. I really do. So, let's remove this. We don't need that there. Quick remove. I mean, I need to remove it quickly now. It's to me being silly, but it'll be fine. Remove that as well. And this. There we go. This will be a better system because it's going to fill this up to the point that no more trucks are going to try and deliver to it without straining the rest of the system. Like, without me having to tap into this, because I want this to be an enormous stockpile of water pretty much reserved for the colony. And honestly, if I'm feeding it down in this direction... no, that does still work, I think. That being said, if I filled in another thing here... well, there's a lot of things I could do to make this a little bit better, but for now, this is good enough. My lord, look at the fleet here. This is glorious. That's right. Continue building this up. We'll wait until they've built out this little section, and then we'll stamp this down twice. That should sort things out for us. There we are. No more trucks should be delivering there. Let's scrap some more of these. We don't want the little ones. We only want the large trucks from now on. How is the replacement going? Replacement's going okay. Keep building more and more and more and more. How's wood going? We've had a recent delivery. Should take a long while before we need to do anything more with it. How is fuel going, though? I mean, it is going, but... oh, we've emptied out. Wow, okay, we've completely emptied out the fuel gas. That's actually scary. Yeah, we've got none down here. Is it because we've transported it all of it? No, we really don't have that much fuel gas, actually. Oh. Right, well, what are we doing with the naphtha? Turning naphtha into fuel gas specifically, and naphtha into hydrogen over here. The hydrogen is then being used to... is that... no, sorry, naphtha and hydrogen, diesel and fuel gas. Over here, we're just making fuel gas. Should be okay.